Hey guys, what is up? It is MCfinest here, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you guys. So, most recently, I've been playing the hell out of Fallout 4 since it came out, and I have been really enjoying it. So, for those of you that are borderline in buying it, I highly recommend 10 out of 10 purchase this game. It is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. But that's not why you guys clicked on this video. You guys clicked on this video because you want to know the 12 things you should know when starting Fallout 4. So right now, the game's been out for 2 days. I have over 23 hours in it, which is insane. Sorry, I have no life. But there has been a few things that I've been able to pick out with this game because it is slightly different than how Fallout 3 and New Vegas play, that you guys should know. And some of the things I actually didn't do in the beginning and I kind of regret it. So hopefully for those of you that pick up the game or are about to pick it up, this will help you. So let's get right on it. And by the way, the last tip is a bit of a sad news, so you guys will see what I'm talking about. Let's get it started. So let's start things off with the special stats. For those of you guys that don't know, when you start off in any Fallout game, you have to place points towards your special abilities, which is strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. And you can put as many points as you want into these, and it kind of builds your base of your character. Now, the ones that I found most important so far from my experience has been by far intelligence. That one's the one that I've maxed out as soon as possible, because with intelligence, you get more XP for completing new tasks. And in Fallout 4, the level cap is unlimited. So, since there's so many perks and so many things you can spend these level up points on, you have the ability of leveling up faster and more levels with a higher intelligence, just so you can get as many perks as possible. Now, also with intelligence, you get to do a lot of crafting for your weapons and armor. That's a huge new thing in this game, Fallout 4, that makes a huge difference. And you also get your science up, so you have the ability to add jetpacks and all this crazy stuff to your power armor, along with modifying your weapons and armor to a crazy level. But another stat that I found pretty important was charisma, just because of it really does change up your gameplay in a way and helps you in certain situations where you can convince others for better bartering prices, or it changes up the mission a little bit. But that's more of, I like to do that. But by far, I say intelligence all the way. It's really important. Next tip is referring to the settlement system in Fallout 4. So with Fallout 4, you're able to build up your own little town in various locations. Right when you start off, you have Sanctuary and the Red Rocket gas station, and while you keep playing, there's a lot of others that do unlock. What I highly recommend is you stick to one as your main base. So what that means is you always fast travel there to dump all your junk, to modify your weapons, to do all the main stuff. It's your main hub. And then what you can do with the other bases, which is much easier, a lot more cost efficient, because you have to obviously use your steel and stuff to build up all these places, and it keeps your things a lot more organized, is use those other ones as money makers. Build them up, give them the basic stuff, put some stands in there, and let it generate revenue for you. So that's one of the tips. Stick to one. Mine's Sanctuary, just because I want my character to be close to home from where he started off. So yeah, let's go on to the next one. Alright, the next tip is looting. That's Fallout 4 is all around looting. It is huge in this game, unlike the previous ones where a lot of things are just junk. With this game, everything has a purpose. You can grab a coffee cup, you can grab a toaster, whatever, and those are gonna be essential to whatever you want to do, because building is a huge thing in this game and extremely important, which I'll mention in my next tip. So guys, make sure you use the lookup tool when you're trying to find goods for a specific modification you want to do or something, and just loot as much as you can and constantly going between home and where you're supposed to be going just to dump off all your junk. That's what I do. It's been working extremely well. It's awesome. So loot, loot, loot. Alright, so going off the last tip with looting is always modding. You guys always want to keep your gun up to date in terms of getting the most damage you can, the most accuracy, whatever, to best fit the wasteland. So, well, sorry, actually the Commonwealth in this game. But always be doing these modifications. I've been focusing a lot on modifying my weapons more than my armor. I just like having my gun be extremely effective and efficient, and it gets me makes the mission a lot easier than if I didn't. And also kind of going off this modifying, always try to cook. This game has a cooking mechanism where I honestly personally haven't used in the beginning, but now I am, and I love it. It makes things so much easier. But basically just pick up the raw meat, bring it back home, put it to cook it up, eat it. It gives you experience points. It's great, and it gives you food, and everybody loves food, don't they? Alright, so this next tip might sound a little bit crazy if you guys have played Fallout 3 in New Vegas only, but in this game, always scrap, because scrapping is more important than selling. And what I mean is, scrap your weapons, your extra weapons and all of that, instead of going out to sell them to get bottle caps, because honestly, I haven't even purchased anything with bottle caps. I had no need. A lot of those unique weapons and stuff, they weren't something I really wanted, and I'm always able to make something very similar and almost as powerful as it. So I like to scrap my weapons, scrap my goods, just so I can go and make those enhancements to my weapons or build up my settlement, whatever. I just find it more important to get these scrapped items instead of selling. So that's my tip to you guys on that. This next tip is basically going over the clothing, because in this game clothing really does matter. They added this system where you kind of have armor for each specific body part over your clothing. Now your clothing, a lot depending on what you have, they do have different abilities. For example, a hat or a special shirt boosts up your charisma. Some that have pockets can increase the overall amount of weight you can carry. So pay close attention to the details of each clothing piece. Wear them properly, put the right armor on above it, and you can also modify that armor so that it is even stronger. So really pay attention to clothing when scavenging the Commonwealth. So something that Fallout or Bethesda has changed in this game is the radiation, and it makes a lot more sense in this game. So in previous Fallouts, radiation really had no effect per se. I mean, I was more or less ignoring it, not even using radaways or anything. But in this game, what radiation does is that it minimizes your max health. So you'll see this red little bar, and more radiation you get, the less health you can have for max. So in this game, pay attention to your radiation. Make sure you pick up Rad-X and Radaway. Use them effectively so that you have a leverage over your enemy. This next tip is discussing about companions in this game, and there's tons of them to choose from. Now, they really aren't going to affect the narrative of your gameplay, but they definitely will make it a little bit more interesting when playing through the world. A lot of them are cute and adorable, like dog meat. Some are super mutants. I mean, there's a huge list, but they do interact with you, which is really cool, and some of the decisions you do may affect if they like you or don't like you, and I just love that of the game, and it really makes you think of how you're gonna take on the game. Currently I'm using Nick Valentine just because of his perk ability where he can hack into terminals no matter what the difficulty is, so it let me focus on locksmithing, and I could always use him to hack into terminals. So keep an eye out for these companions. Focus on the one you may want. Just Google all the companions, look at their perks and abilities, and just see which one fits your playing style and go do that mission. I mean, the beauty of Fallout is you can honestly, you don't have to follow this path. You can go do whatever you want anywhere in the world. So that's my recommendation to you guys, and let's move on to the next one. So with Fallout 4, feel free to focus on the main quest. Now on previous games, I was a bit hesitant because I knew after I beat the game or the main quest, it would kind of just push me back. I wasn't able to continue past that point. So with Fallout 4, you actually do go past that point, so you can really focus on the quest to a point. Now keep in mind, with this game, which I really enjoy, is that some of the decisions you make in conversations or in the main mission may affect some of the quests you might be able to get in terms of side quests, because you know there might be a heated discussion, you may have to do something. Not going to try to give any spoilers, but do keep that in mind. But I honestly have been really, I don't even know if I'm even doing the main quest at times or side quests, because the side quests in this game are really fun and really depth. And so, I mean, obviously there's some side quests that I'll enjoy, but most of them are really enjoyable, and I've been having a blast with it. So guys, if you're going and you want to follow the main quest because it interests you a lot, feel free and go do so, because the game continues from there, so you have nothing to lose. I just want to let you guys know to save often. There has been times where I forgot to save, I didn't save, it pushed me back, I got upset, and just don't put yourselves through that. So before you go entering a building where you know there's going to be a lot of combat, or you're going to try to do this thing that may end bad where people start attacking you, just save before it, do it, and then load that save if things went bad. There's been a lot of times where sometimes even bugs may have happened where I got stuck, I had to load back. So always be saving. Now the system does do a great job on quick saving, they do it often, it's been great, but make sure you save a lot. Alright, so this is the last tip, and it's a little bit of a sad one, especially, I don't even know how I feel too much about it, but power armor is fun in this game, but it's rarely essential. I have not used power armor, besides a little bit in the beginning you do have to use it for. So, reason being is the fusion cores. I mean, it runs off this energy system, so I just have this fear of just using it and wastefully using that energy. So honestly, I haven't been using power armor. That's why I'm saying clothing really matters, and focus on modifying that type of armor, because power armor, it is really cool, and I'm sure as I level up and I build up my science and do a lot of modifications, I might be using power armor more often. But right now I just haven't really used it. I mean, you feel like a beast, but I haven't really used it. And there's a few things that I don't know if I'm just not used to it, but like the hub, I don't really like it too much, especially when you try to use your Pip-Boy. Well, you don't use it, but it's got like this little Pip-Boy thing. I don't really like that too much. And the old games, I loved walking around in power armor, feeling like a badass, going around, shooting, looking like a badass. But in this game, I'm just not able to do it because I'm just wasting my fusion cores, which are really rare to find. So that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want more Fallout 4 videos, let me know down in the comments, leave a like, and yeah, I hope you guys have as much fun as I am with this game. I absolutely love it, and have a beautiful day, guys. Bye bye.